Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Welcome back to my channel. This video is going to be a very important video because as you can clearly see, I have my USRP which is connected. I have connected my USRP along with a power amplifier that I received from China that is connected to my antenna. So what we're going to try to transmit a signal from our USRP N210 and try to receive it without power amplifier and with power amplifier. Alright, as you can see, my power amplifier is being biased, and this is biased through a power supply. Power supply is not turned on. It's powered by a fixed 5 volts power supply here, so it got nothing to do with the reading that you see over here. Over on this port you have 5 volts which is coming out, fixed 5 volts, and maximum you can draw up to 3 amperes. So it's not connected, so we're going to quickly look at 2 different softwares to actually transmit our signal and receive our signal. So the first piece of hardware that you need is favorite GQRX. So once you download GNU Radio Companion, you can easily get GQRX. So just simply get GQRX, open your terminal, type GQRX, which is part of GNU Radio repository. Once you download this, it will automatically install it in your PC. Once you have this thing, say yes, you want to edit the setting, that's fine. So I'm using HackRF, which you can see right here, which is connected, and the light is turned on. It's connected to my PC, to my laptop, and also on the other port through Ethernet port, I have USRP N210 is connected. So I'm going to choose my device. Yes, I'm going to say OK. So we're good to go. Now we have so at the receiving mode, I am using a GQRX and along with my HackRF to receive my signal. I know they are very close, you can say a lot of things, but I just want to show you the application of transmitter and reception, and I want to show you how does it affect in terms of a power amplifier. I know they are very close to each other, but you will clearly see the effect of that on your screen. The next thing that I'm using is this. There is I think I made a video on it with USRP. There is a tool called USRP Signal Generator. You can use that to generate different type of signals that you want. So I'm going to use exactly the same application. That application is called UHD_Signal Generator _GUI. So I'm going to just simply type in this command. Because this is a built-in repository, and I think I made a video on it. You can just go ahead and look at the video where you can get this. So once you install GNU Radio Companion, everything comes with it. All of these tools that I'm using, GQRX comes with it and everything. So you don't have to worry about installing it separately. So I'm just going to choose UHD_Signal_GUI, and I'm going to generate a frequency of 533 megahertz. All right. So I'm gonna put this in a receiving mode. All right, I'm gonna turn this on. So this is gonna start receiving signal. All right, let's fix this. All right. Next step I want to do. I want to start transmitting a signal, and which I'm going to do like this. Hit 533. So I'm generating a signal at 533 megahertz. All right. So a screen will pop up. I made a video on it, and this is how it looks like. So this is how the screen of your UHD signal generator looks like. You have constant source, you have complex sinusoid, Gaussian noise, uniform, two-tone, and etc. Different type of signals that you can generate. So I am generating at 533 megahertz. So in order for me to see this signal, let's go ahead and change this frequency to 533 megahertz. And let's see, will I be able to see? Yes. So I am start seeing some signal around that area, which is around this, somewhere around 533, somewhere around 534 and 531. This is not actually a signal. Let's look at a constant source. So let's just change this to constant source. And do I see any change in my graph? So that's the idea, that you will start seeing a signal. All right, let me just close this flow graph so you can see there's definitely not a transmission which was taking place. It's not a transmission which is being transmitted by some other device. It is indeed by USRP. So let me just close this, and you don't see anything. Let's just run this. Let's run this command again at 5:33, and 1, 2, 3, and then you start seeing your signals again. Now, so this is what you start seeing, a complex sinusoidal signal, and it's a mixture of a lot of things. All right, now the next up is this. Now, if you were to look at my antenna, it's connected via a power amplifier, and it's not connected to anything else. So it's just connected, but power is not turned on. The biasing is not turned on. So I'm just gonna simply turn on the power, and then you start observing it, what's going on at my on the flow graph. So as soon as I turn on power, you can clearly see amplification which is taking place. Right? You can clearly see my signal has jumped. So let's do some control, and let's look at the peak detect. Right? That you can clearly see. I can see an amplification on my signal, and this amplification, according to our amplifier, this should be around 20 dB. So let me just play around with this. I'm seeing exactly the full thing, but that's the idea. Alright, so this is somewhere, around what? I cannot go anything above this. That's good. You are somewhere around -40, I would say -30 dB of gain. As soon as I turn off my amplification, I'm not using my amplifier, boom, we're back. And we're back somewhere around, I would say, this is somewhere around -40 dB, and it's going a little bit even higher than this. So indeed my amplifier is working great. I can do this. I can use this amplifier to dump signal, like for example at 533 megahertz. I can do some Gaussian noise. So let's try some Gaussian noise, and let's see what happens to the spectrum. As you can clearly see, I'm going to remove this. I'm not liking this. So just hold. So this is what's going on at a so Gaussian source is going to take a bigger chunk of your spectrum, which indeed it is taking it, as compared to a complex sinusoidal signal, as you can see, which is something like this. Now when I change this to Gaussian source, this would change to a flat response. Now when I turn on my amplification using my let's turn on the amplifier biasing, and boom. So as it was green, and now all of a sudden you're getting an entire spectrum that is somewhere around -40, I would say even -30 dB. Your signal was somewhere around right here at somewhere around -80, -70, and you're getting about a 20 dB jump when you're using an amplifier like this. So I can use this amplifier or a Gaussian noise source to actually cover a spectrum, or to do an effect of a noise, sort of like a noise. I can do an effect of a noise, like a jamming effect. I can do that using this. So this is how you're going to check your antenna, an amplifier, a power amplifier, the one that I'm using. And on the other hand, I'm using HackRF One to actually receive my signal, just to show you the effect of this. So by using a cheap amplifier, you can get a good range and things like that. So I hope you like this small tutorial, which is a very interesting tutorial. If you have any questions, leave it in the comment section. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel.